Good afternoon, guys, and happy Monday to all of your sunshiny faces, guys. I am going to go take a shower and get to bed. I did not get up very early today. I slept in pretty late, but I was up at like, I think almost 7 o'clock, like both Sunday and Saturday. And so I was pretty tired. I was like, I need to, like, I don't know, I think I just felt like I needed to sleep in, but I ended up sleeping in kind of late. And I didn't end up getting to a whole ton of stuff. I did do some laundry. I sort of unloaded the dishwasher. It's not completely unloaded, but we had a bunch of dirty dishes that needed to be washed from my mom's birthday yesterday, because we made the popcorn and we ended up getting takeout, and we ended up there's a couple other things too that we from like cake and stuff like that. But there was just kind of like a lot of dishes and things, and I asked Matthew and Jack yesterday while Matthew was still here if they would wind up, you know, if they could take care of especially the stuff from you know, like the popcorn, making the popcorn yesterday. We used like a bowl, and then also too like measuring cups and all that kind of stuff. And then we also ended up using like those little like reusable popcorn like cup sort of things. You can get them at like the dollar store. They're sort of like, you know, kind of like similar to the one that you would get at like the at the movie theater or whatever, but they're like individual little portion sized ones for like per person, right? So you have like your own popcorn. And since we got my mom the popcorn maker, we're like, hey, let's use that and use these. You know, we do those sometimes for like movie night and things like that. So there was just like a lot of dishes obviously from yesterday, but I asked them to take care of it and they never did. So that was one of the reasons too why I was like, I don't feel like. And then, you know, once there's like a small amount of dishes in the sink, there's then a huge amount of dishes in the sink, because then people like don't wind up washing their own dishes, because like I couldn't get into the sink yesterday to even wash like my coffee cup or like anything like that. So then slowly that's when all of the dishes start stacking up, and you have a huge whole pile of dirty dishes that need to be cleaned. So my dad ended up actually washing all that stuff today, and so that was why though I didn't end up making those freezer dinners. I have the ground beef that I need to brown, and so that was one of the things that I was like, oh, I can do that. And then I was like, yeah, but I'm just gonna wind up with even more dishes. So I'm going to get all of that taken care of tomorrow. What I was able to get to though today was I edited a bunch of vlogs. I actually edited one yesterday, which I wasn't totally sure I was actually gonna get to any yesterday, but we ended up, everybody like was super tired, so everybody kind of just like went off to their rooms and stuff like that around 7 or 8 o'clock, honestly. And I was like, oh, this gives me enough time, I can edit. So I ended up editing. I got through one vlog, and then I told you guys too, there was that gigantic spider, which I have not seen again, that ended up running right across my computer. And so I was like, that's it, I'm done. I'm not even gonna try and, you know, edit anymore or anything like that. But I couldn't find the spider afterwards. So, yeah, and now I don't know where it went. I am hoping that it found its way out of my room yesterday, and it wasn't still in here somewhere. But anyway, so, yeah, there was that. So I edited one vlog yesterday, but I got to 5 today. So I ended up, between yesterday and today, edited 6 videos. I think I am honestly only, like, 7 or 8 days behind. Like, I think I'm just about a week right now behind. And I figured if I got to like 4 or 6 tomorrow, and then another like 4 or something like that, I would like be caught up. So possibly, most likely during this week, I will actually be caught up with the vlogs. Scheduling wise though, they might not be caught up with until like maybe the end or the beginning or mid to next week. Sometime maybe next week is what I'm thinking. But that would be really awesome, guys. The other thing too is that I didn't make my planner, because again, I was so tired from yesterday. I was just like, I like don't have the energy to try and get some of this stuff done. And that was the same today though. I stinging slept in so late, and then I was like, I didn't wind up getting to laundry. I didn't end up getting the dishes. I actually had the motivation to try to, but on top of that too, because I woke up so late. So here's the thing that stinks, guys. When I wake up late, then I'm like, I'm not gonna have that much coffee. I'm only gonna have a little bit of coffee, because if I drink too much, then I won't wind up falling asleep actually when I need to, and then that's what kind of gets me back into that bad routine. So while I woke up late today, most likely because I didn't have too much coffee, I will wake up early tomorrow. But I feel like I kind of have a headache because I didn't get a lot of caffeine today. It's sort of like that caffeine withdrawal, so my head has kind of been like bothering me on and off. The other reason though, it might be because my allergies yesterday and today have been absolutely phenomenally horrible. Like just I have not been able to breathe out of my nose for probably the last like 24 hours. I think it was because we ended up I watered all of the lawn, because our lawn is like so dry and dead right now, because it hasn't rained since we had that thunderstorm that knocked out the power. I think that was the last time it rained, and since then it hasn't. So obviously it's been super hot. It's supposed to be like 90s consistently this week again, high 80s to like low 90s. Sure, with the humidity and the heat index and everything like that, is probably consistent 90s feel, you know, but it's just hot out, right? And so all of the plants too, poor things, are so hot outside as well. And so that's why I ended up watering them yesterday, or on Saturday. And I'm probably going to do it again tomorrow, because I figured that I was going to do it Saturday, Tuesday, and Friday, at least of this week, if it still hasn't rained at all this week, because that will be like every 3 days. Don't want to water every day, don't want to water every other day, but I don't want to like wait too long and do it like only once a week, because it's hot, super hot out. And again, we're not in a drought necessarily, but we're not supposed to. The forecast does not show any rain either anytime soon. So like, you know, if it was like a few days without rain, and you know, I'd just be like, oh, you know, it's gonna rain later in the week or something like that. But no, it's not going to. So that's why it needs to be watered, like the flower beds and the vegetable gardens. And the vegetable gardens, I have a concern for, but it's not huge, just because we do have the mulch down, so it actually helps retain a lot of the water. So again, every couple days, as long as I water, it's okay. But as far as, again, like the grass goes and the other flower beds that don't have mulch in them is the biggest problem. I water all of the hanging baskets and window boxes every single day, because if not, they will dry out real crazy and they're dead within, you know, a couple days. So you know, and then it takes a while for them to actually finally come back once I start watering them again. So while they do last a little while, they can definitely shrivel up, and then they're hard to kind of bring back, because I kind of am having that right now with the front window box and a couple of the other window boxes. The one in the backyard, I guess, it's kind of doing the same thing. So anyways, yeah, but I think because, again, I watered all that stuff on Saturday, I noticed after Saturday, like Saturday night, and then all day yesterday, and then most of the day today too, my nose has been so stuffy. And I think it's my allergies that have been bothering me too, but I also feel like I sort of have a caffeine withdrawal headache, because I didn't have that much caffeine. So that was the other reason too, was that I didn't feel very motivated today to get anything done, because I was just so tired. I slept in. I didn't go to bed ridiculously late. Like maybe I fell asleep around, goodness, I don't know what time I actually went to bed last night. Maybe it was midnight or something like that, maybe 1 o'clock. But I don't think, again, I ended up waking up until around after 10 o'clock today, which is, again, I woke up later, definitely, but you know, it wasn't very early. I've got some things to get done tomorrow. I actually am gonna probably not set up my planner for today. I'll probably wind up doing that actually tomorrow, but there is, again, some things that I need to make sure I get put down and can do. So I don't know, maybe if I want to, but my headache is what's kind of bothering me, and that's why, like, normally I can kind of tell when it's like an allergy headache or something like that, because like it's like I don't know, it just feels more like it's like sort of pressure because I think I'm so congested. So that's what it feels like. It just feels like a pressure in my head, and it feels like a pressure sort of like sinus headache sort of thing. And it's not like unbearable, but it's just annoying. And normally I'm like, I'll just go to bed, and when I wake up normally it's okay. But yeah, so like I said, I'm probably just gonna wind up doing that because it's late anyway, and I don't want to stay up too late because otherwise I'll get into a bad routine again of going to sleep and stuff like that. But I am pretty proud of myself too. I would say that I have been pretty good for a while, at least a couple months now, of going to bed early and waking up early. Like, I haven't been going to bed super late, but or waking up super late, so you know, I'm going to bed late either. But the other thing too, guys, is that I started our morning glories in our pots outside, and they're coming in already. Those big ones I showed you guys, I think it was like maybe last week or something like that, showed you guys when we started building like the bird stuff. And obviously too, we didn't wind up finishing that, like our bird sanctuary yet. My dad still had some more staining on some of the wood to do, and because of my mom's birthday yesterday, we really didn't get to a whole ton. We maybe would have been able to finish it up yesterday, or you know, at least got part of it done. But we are partially there. We still have one more pot to get in and set like the post, and then we can actually start doing the top part of all of that. So anyways, we got a small bit of it done, and my dad pretty much finished staining it, so all the wood and all that kind of stuff is ready, but completely ready for that yet. So we're going to wind up, like I said, maybe one day that here or there this week. But again, the 2 pots that we already had started, I started the morning glories in, and they're already coming up, so that's awesome. I didn't really expect too much because obviously it's August already, it's kind of late in the year. You know, we might get some, you know, flowers out of them, but they were an old seed packet anyway, so I was like, whatever we can get out of them, you know, is fine. And then we'll just try and do some more seeds next year. They might come back next year too, so they're kind of like, I think, biannuals. But sometimes, like, there's the ones I planted 3 years ago, they're actually coming back again. Sometimes I've just been ripping them out because I don't want them there anymore, so I've been trying to pull them out, and I was like, I could actually dig these out and just actually try and transplant them and see how they would work. But they've been coming back now. This is the 3rd year that they've come back, and last year they came back all in the lawn, which was not awesome. But now they're coming back in the flower bed too, so I've been like normally just ripping them out if I see them, because I don't want them where we planted them that one year, because we don't have the stuff up there, and we, like I said, we ended up, now we're gonna actually have them in the pots, so that's where we're gonna do them, instead of where, if you guys saw the vlog from maybe 3 years ago, it was not last year, not last summer, but the summer before that, that was when we ended up planting them. But where we had them, we don't want them there anymore. We're just gonna leave the lilies that I transplanted there. So yeah, but we don't want them there, and they keep trying to come back, so maybe that will be one of the things that I wind up doing. But tomorrow I do know I need to water the lawn, I need to, and all the other plants and all that kind of stuff, and again, handful of other things that I need to get done. And I didn't do my planner, so that's the other part that ends up stinking, is that I don't actually have a list of things I need to get done. Make the freezer dinners, clean the bathroom, you know, try and upload all the vlogs I have edited, edit some more today or tomorrow, dishes and laundry, all that kind of stuff, and I didn't make my planner. So it's hard for me to stay on track sometimes too if I haven't set my planner up for the week, and I didn't, and so that's why today I didn't get as much done. I obviously edited a ton, but I was also super tired, and I was like, I'm just gonna chill in my room, actually watch some stuff and edit at the same time. So but again, sometimes you compensate, you get a bunch of stuff done in one, you know, aspect of something, and not a whole ton in another you know, spot or whatever. Like, I didn't get a whole ton of chores, but I got a lot of editing done, so it was like, that was good. But then other stuff is kind of neglected a little bit. But yeah, you know, sometimes it's just how it is. I try, and that's what's good. That's, I think the planner for me is the best, because it helps me stay well-rounded, so I don't over focus on one thing, like making sure that I like do nothing but editing, you know, all one day. Oh, I also have to get to laundry and dishes and stuff like that, you know, and so it helps me space that out a little bit more. But I feel like today I knew I had to get to it. It was just, I was tired and didn't feel like getting up and walking around and going through all the laundry baskets and stuff. Plus I just did it yesterday actually, so I don't really need to. But I can wait, you know. Kind of laundry is sort of almost an every other day thing. I normally do it every day, but you know, it's one of those things where I can kind of neglect it for a day and it's not that big of a deal. But anyways, guys, I need to go take a shower and get to bed because I am tired too. I didn't have a lot of coffee. So I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.